and welcome everybody back to another episode of the Lando Project. I'm your host, Lando Payne, and I'm so glad you'll be joining us on this fine Sunday afternoon as we break down all the movie news that transpired over this past week. We also going to talk about some other things as well. But before we get into all those things, I am, of course, joined by my friends, and I call them my friends because it would look bad otherwise if they weren't. I have Miss Lilah here, our producer. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing well and looking as fuzzy as usual with the out of focus camera now. B to the C.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell it's doing. But there it is.
Hey guys, how y'all
Maybe
doing?
maybe it's the odd lack of lighting in my room now.
It was just crystal clear a second ago. Maybe give it a few moments.
Right?
But guys, how are you guys doing? It's been a while.
You're talking to me in the chat.
I was talking to you guys. I was talking to Lilah and
Oh.
DC here, the people that I can
I was
talk
like,
to.
oh, I was like, you've never done that before.
What? Say how you guys are doing
Okay.
before the show start? Yeah.
Well, I thought you were talking to the chat, so I was like, that's
Oh,
really weird.
God.
Don't do that.
What the hell is my camera doing?
I think you. It just needs a second to catch up.
I guess. Oh, look, y'all woke me up early today.
I had to get up really early and do my makeup.
Oh,
'Cause I'm a woman.
Awful. I'm
Oh God. Okay. Well, I guess the intros are out the way. So yes, we're here to talk about all the movie news that happened over the week. We're going to talk about some She-Hulk stuff. We got some DC, some Marvel stuff that we're going to be talking about. The same things as normal. We need to kind of talk about over this past week. So yeah, let's kind of get into it. First thing off the break, She-Hulk. She-Hulk, see episode 2. We've been talking about it. We talked about She-Hulk last week. We got the second episode. We got some, and this is all spoiler stuff, by the way, guys. All spoilers.
So you coming out the gate with the
Bro,
spoilers.
you know what? I just realized something, bro. I'm a spoiler guy. I'm not trying to be held back. I'm putting the damn spoiler ban up. We need to talk about this shit.
You just now realize you the spoiler guy? Hang on one second. I'm gonna fix my lights, man. I think that's what's screwing this camera up.
No worries. We'll get it fixed. So anyway, while he does that, Miss Lilah, how are you? You did have a chance to watch. You finally caught a chance to watch She-Hulk before you never saw the episodes. You had a chance to watch it. What are your initial thoughts? How do we enjoy it?
I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really like it. I'll be very honest.
Oh no.
Oh no. The writing.
Okay. Why did we not like it?
bad. The writing was bad, and I can say this because now this is like my full-time job. The editing was also bad. The editing was really rough. There was this one scene where she was like I think she had just woken up. It was the first episode. Sorry, calling back. But she had just woken up. And her and Bruce, by the way, I don't know if any of y'all noticed this. I felt like Mark Ruffalo was like doing a voice with the Hulk this time. He would be like, "You don't understand." Like it felt like it was really intense. It was really, okay, girl, I get it. It was really intense for him. I wasn't really vibing with his voice. I don't know what was different, but something was different. Fucking, he would be like, Smart Hulk. I'm Smart Hulk right now. Shut up. Pardon me, but shut up. Anyway, there was like a lot of rough cuts. Like it was really weird. It'd be so abrupt. Like she'd be like doing one thing and then suddenly it'll cut to a new scene. And I was like, where are we? Where are we? But no, I'm going to talk about the writing real quick. I don't like the writing at all. I thought the writing was really bad. I thought the writing was really like not good.
Explain. You got to explain.
It felt okay. Respect to both of you. I care about y'all so much. It felt very millennial. It felt, but listen, I can say this because I'm a woman. It felt very millennial woman. It didn't feel like just like your average millennial person. It felt like a millennial woman who wears like thick rimmed glasses and has like a bang. Like it felt really intense. It felt very intensely millennial, and I did not like it. I didn't really like the She-Hulk character either. She was not my favorite. her performance is kind of not my favorite either, but like I feel like I'll get used to that. I'll get used to her performance. I don't think I'll get used to that writing. I'll get used to the corniness of it all, maybe. But I just was not also, last thing I bitch about, the girl who burst in the courtroom, the superhero social influencer, whatever, her outfit was so ugly. She burst into that courtroom with the ugliest outfit I had ever seen in Marvel. Like, it was like a Party City outfit, and they had her bursting in the room. And like, we still have not got clarification on why that happened. That just happened. She just burst in there, and then there was like this really choppy fight scene that ended in like 30 seconds. And I was like, I get the point. Like, I get why they were like, people need to know she is She-Hulk. We couldn't have figured out a different way to do that, because that was weird. And then it was done. And then it was over. And I never got any more clarification. Maybe I'll get some in the third episode. But I'm never forgetting that outfit. I'm never forgiving her for that. Oh, and She-Hulk's hair is ugly. I don't like her hair. Because the actress has a really cute haircut. I don't know why they didn't just keep her hair like the regular haircut. But other than that, it was a pretty decent watch.
After all that. Ah, damn.
If I turned my brain off, I think it would be fine.
The disrespect.
I think I went in with really high expectations because you guys were like,
y'all motherfuckers should have given me some kind of heads up on this shit. I didn't know you didn't. How? It's such a good show. It's so. Oh my god.
I don't like her. I
had to pause it for 15 minutes because I was cracking up at a fucking joke they made.
What joke?
Oh, the Ed Norton joke.
The Ed Norton joke, I giggled. I didn't have to stop.
Bro, I lost my shit for like 20 minutes. I had to pause it. I couldn't follow along anymore because I was cracking up so damn much. It's almost as bad as I was when they said Captain America fucks. But this,
Let me.
That's so fucking good.
Actually.
Oh my
Man.
god! I don't even know where to go with all that information.
So
right.
Don't like the right. So let's go into it. The writing. I guess you're saying that's your biggest problem with the show.
That and I believe her name was Tatiana, and her performance.
Tatiana, yeah, Tatiana.
Tashi or Tati?
You know
I
what?
think it's Tatiana.
Okay, Tatiana. I didn't really like her performance either. I was gonna say, but I have to half blame that on the writing, because you can only give as good as you're given. So I can't really blame her for working with what she's got.
Well, Nigel Rabbit down in the chat agrees with you that if he turns his brain off, it's fine. But I do not understand. I think this is one of the most well-written, entertaining shows of the MCU. Like it is debating. It's up there. It's almost edging out Hawkeye for me. And I know Hawkeye wasn't a great show, but I really enjoyed it. Well, and I am enjoying this one just as much.
Well, I think really enjoy Hawkeye just because you said it's not a great show. I'm going to be like, actually, Hawkeye's a masterpiece. Next time if I ever watch Hawkeye, I'm really not really into Haley Steinfeld like that.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Morgan. There's something. I kind of agree with Lilah. Sorry, that there were moments where I really enjoyed the writing, and then there were other moments where I was like, I don't think that they understand the characters.
No.
And there were some things. I agree with what I do agree with some things Lilah said. I'm not gonna lie.
And when I first heard She-Hulk and the backlash with She-Hulk, I was like, oh, it's just Marvel bros being sexist. Yeah. Guys, I kind of lost some feminism watching this show. I will not lie. I was not on board with this woman. And I did not like her at all. I was like, damn.
I feel better now because remember last week I was trying to say some of that, but I was trying to kind of guard it because of how the community is, and it's kind of like
Well, I'm a woman,
you have to
so I
you
can
have
say
to
that.
tiptoe around some of those things. I agree with what she's saying. It was like it felt a little heavy-handed
Yeah, no, it was.
on the
It was. That's
message. You know what I mean?
See, I don't
felt
actually,
unlimited.
and again, I'm a dude, so I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it, but it doesn't. I never get that. It never comes across overbearing or anything to me.
Mm-mm.
It just seems to fit. And when I'm watching it, but that's just y'all are blowing my mind right now.
I believe it's very hard to, well, honestly, okay, well, I'm not trying to be like mean to millennial women. I'm not trying to tear down millennial women, so I'm gonna pull that back. But when
Sounds like you are, you Gen Zer.
I'm trying not to be, but like it's so obvious when a millennial woman writes something about feminism or like being a woman, because I believe like our like views of being a woman and like feminism have already shifted. So like the whole like there was that whole spiel she did that I feel like really could have been good if it wasn't so dragged out, where she was like, I'm good at controlling my anger. I'm good at controlling stress because I do it every day of my life. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like that could have been a really good moment. Maybe it was her performance. Maybe it dragged on too long. But
I think I
I
know
mean,
why, and I have that. So here's why I
mm,
feel kind of similar about what you're saying, because so far in the show, you didn't see any of this happen to her.
yes, yes.
So far in
Which
the
like,
show, where she's talking about, well, I got men trying to explain to me how to do my job. Well, if you kind of look at the first scene that she's in, she's kind of telling the dude, like, nah, this is what's going on. I'm going to be doing the closing. And she kind of has a handle on that.
mm-hmm,
And then when she's talking about how everything else, it's kind of like, well, she, in every single scene, she seems to be widely in control of how that event is
yeah,
playing out, right? And so
mm-hmm,
then this was my biggest issue when she says, I know how to control my feelings infinitely more than you, Bruce Banner. Not men, but you, Bruce Banner. That's
yeah,
where I kind of was like, wait a minute, do you not know what
yeah,
this dude's been going through? It kind of felt like
no,
the writing was trying to appeal to a larger demographic. It was trying to like say this is for women, which normally those kinds of scenes can pay off. But when they was having that conversation between the two of them and they wanted this giant payoff, I don't think it worked because of
no,
how
not
the
at all.
character was portrayed so far up to that point.
Yeah,
She's been so far kind of a girl boss, and then when she gets to this point, she's not going through those challenges that we've seen her. Like, I'm not trying to
mm-hmm,
discount the events happening, but for me to connect with the character, I do need to see it or it be acknowledged before that big moment of venting, right?
yeah,
And I don't
yeah,
think that that was handled well to get the response that they wanted to get, you know.
no, not at
And
all.
as much as I like the message, I'm not disagreeing with the message that was being said. I just don't think that she we have connected with her as an audience for that to get the
Mm-hmm.
payoff that they wanted to get out of it.
Yeah, it felt kind of early, like really early, because they're only 30-minute episodes, and it was the
Right.
first episode this rant happened on. And I believe the only thing that really happened was she was catcalled or like almost bombarded by men by outside a bar. But I also have a really heavy, not a heavy critique, but like, okay, if you want to write a show with like feminism, that's great, girl power, you know. But you shouldn't really include like stereotypes of women that are like poorly written. Like I'm really going hard on Jessica Gao right now because this was not well written at all. Like the bar scene where she's in the bathroom right after she's, by the way, I thought that scene was really fast where like I get into a car wreck and then suddenly she's She-Hulk. But she goes to the bar and she gets cleaned up, and you know there's the stereotype or like the of like the drunk girls that help you in the bathroom. That could have been really fun and cute. It was really heavy-handed. It was really heavy-handed. I was like, no one fucking acts like that. I've never seen a woman. I've never had the experience of a barrage of women coming to me in the bar bathroom and doing all that. It's usually like one or two girls. They're really nice and they're drunk. I don't think Jessica Gao has ever had that happen to her. And like, peace and love to Jessica Gao. I don't know your life like that, but oh my god, I felt like because when I watched it, I was like, I think a man wrote this. Like, I don't think someone who went through this wrote this. And then I was kind of shocked to see that a woman wrote that. Oh, I was like, hello, but no, I didn't. I didn't really.
I kind of feel very similarly to you, and like I said, it only was a few times when that happened.
Yeah.
I very much was able to find enjoyment with the rest of the stuff in there with the storyline with the Hulk, and I really wanted to get into this storyline with the Hulk. Where is he going? Where is he going? Like,
Yeah.
we got the Sakaar spaceship showing up in the first episode, and now he's on board of it, going to wherever he's going. I really want to know where he's going. BC, you got a chance to watch it. Do you have any ideas or predictions? Do you think that we're getting to that storyline that I've been?
I mean, they're building to something. I don't know what it is or where it fits in. But everyone is really hell bent on they're making a World War Hulk movie. They're making a Planet Hulk movie. Blah blah. I don't know if that's what they're doing. I think they're going to continue to do what they've been doing, and the Hulk storyline will play out through other films. I don't think we're gonna get a solo Hulk movie, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I like the idea of Hulk playing out in other films and other projects because it just gets to the point that with a Hulk movie, you end up doing the exact same thing. The Hulk trying not to Hulk out, fighting another big monster. Mm-hmm. There's only so much you can do with that. Whereas if he is a part of other projects, it kind of lays out and works a little easier for you to digest because you're not having to deal with the complete juxtaposition of is it Banner now? Is it Hulk? When's he switching? All that kind of stuff. It's not a whole movie based around dealing with the CGI and everything you have to do to make that work. So, I remember someone once said, no one really wants to see a story about Banner. We want to see the Hulk out there smashing things. So it's really hard to make a movie where all you do is have Hulk running around smashing stuff,
Yeah.
But I like how they have taken an arc and played it out over multiple films that Hulk's just a part of. So I enjoy that, and I think She-Hulk is a little bit of an easier route for them to take because there's not the duality of her not trying to be the Hulk. So you don't have to have that aspect of the project in the Hulk because she's still herself when she's She-Hulk.
And I'm glad that they're not doing that because if they were to do something like that, then she would be a complete derivative of Hulk. Like, I'm glad that she doesn't have to go through that because I want to see Bruce Banner have to go through that. I want to see how She-Hulk has to manage the duality in the courtroom. I like that idea. So now I'm really enjoying. I mean, as a whole, I'll say that I am enjoying this show. Yes, I felt that there was some scenes that I can just get over. Like, it's not going to take me out of it from enjoying it. But I'm here like I'm kind of like with Marvel. I'm at the phase with like Star Wars where I'm going to watch all of it for the story, regardless. I just want to know where the story's going. So hopefully we get Wong. I think Wong's probably gonna be showing up soon.
I think Wong shows up in this episode.
In the next episode,
yeah.
Dude. It's how do we like Abomination coming back?
Oh, his little arc is fantastic.
I liked what they did with that. I really liked how in his mind he is the victim.
Yeah,
I love.
Well, no, because when you think about it, that makes sense.
That makes
sense. Just a soldier that was sent after a monster. And then the government's like, yo, let us give you these drugs. And now he's another monster. And you're like, oh, yeah, he was kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Because he was just a decorated soldier before that.
Highly recruited, main guy recruited for the super soldier program, the reincarnation of it that they try to bring. I thought that was so well done. That's why I have to give credit to if that was the writing team or if that was Kevin Feige saying, make sure that you write it like this. Whoever it was, I thought that choice was great. And the whole namaste thing. And I just forgot how great of an actor he is. Mm-hmm. He's just such a great of an actor. And I do know with the She-Hulk, we're going to get lighter versions of these characters. And I thought that he threaded that line really well. I thought that his portrayal was really well done. Like I said, I liked it, man. I like where we're going. I only have one minor nitpick. I'm very confused about the timeline placement of this movie, of this show, because
I don't know when this is happening.
You know what? I feel like they fixed all the timeline issues I had with it.
let me give you the reason why. We remember the arm thing for Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay, that arm thing was for his arm that was not working right. Right, his arm wasn't working right, and at the end of Shang-Chi, when they had Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Mark Ruffalo, and Captain Marvel, his arm still wasn't healed.
Okay.
Abomination just broke out of jail at the end of this episode.
No, okay. You see, everyone's like, "Oh, he just broke out." I'm like, I don't know if he did. Like, I think that's like a YouTube video that surfaced.
That resurfaced.
I think it's gonna be that Wong has been sneaking him out of prison multiple times.
That would fix it.
This one is just something finally surfaced. That's how I read that.
Okay, that would make more sense because in my mind, I was like, wait a minute. He should have already been doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how I read that.
Okay. That makes sense for me. I'm cool with it. I got nothing else to add on this. How you guys feel about She-Hulk? So far?
And with Hulk with Hulk's arm, like they explained that in the first episode.
Do they?
No, but what I'm trying to say is his arm is healed in the first episode.
No, he's in the car with the sling on.
Correct.
And then when they crash and he becomes Hulk again, he's like, yeah, it when I change it's fixed my arm.
Right. And all I am saying is if Abomination breaks out for the first time at the end of episode 2,
okay,
that would throw it out of order, and that is how it showed to me.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
See, I just took it as that had already happened, and then Wong has been breaking him out constantly to go train because it seemed like him and Wong had a rapport. You know, so it's not like this is the first time they've done this.
Right. Hey, how did you like the thing what Bruce said? Well, one, we could talk about the Edward Norton, obvious Edward Norton joke.
I lost my shit for 15 minutes.
But then when he's like, yeah, me and Blonsky, man, he wrote me a beautiful haiku years ago. We just put it all behind us, man. How did you feel about that? Because I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Oh! Not to mention, Ed just brings this up. Ed Haskell in the chat just brings this up.
What's up?
Episode 1 was a flashback too.
It was a flash.
Because remember, she's going into court, and then she goes, "All right, let me explain to you how I became the Hulk," and then it jumps back to her becoming the Hulk.
Right, but I thought the end of the flashback was over after the courtroom scene. That was like.
Me too.
Present day.
Yeah, but then a whole bunch of stuff happens with her attempting, getting fired, trying to get new jobs.
I don't think that's a flashback. I think that's the present day.
I thought that was the present day.
That's present day.
No, I'm talking about Banner in the sling and everything is a flashback too. So her becoming She-Hulk can take place before Shang-Chi.
Facts.
Or
Facts. Yes.
Yeah, you know?
No, yes, you are correct. I agree with everything that you're saying, and if that footage was was recorded months ago, sure.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is if he breaks out for the first time at the end of episode 2, that messes up the timeline.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that just still messes up the timeline. I get what you're saying, and for my sanity's sake, I hope you and Ed. By the way, Ed, what's up, dog? I hope you guys are correct. Ed's a good longtime friend of the show for the past two or 3 years. Good dude. Met him several times. Fantastic guy. Ed Haskell's the man. But no, I mean that's about it. That's all my thoughts on that episode. Anybody have anything else they want to add? So Lilah loves it. 5 out of 5.
Obviously, I love Marvel. She's a super fan of Titania.
My favorite Marvel show. Yeah. God.
You know what I want to talk about though?
What's up, Doc?
I finally listened to the game's Eminem diss.
Spoilers.
What the fuck is this dude thinking?
Bro,
10 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna go off the beaten
I
path.
didn't listen to the whole thing. I had to turn it off. When he called Eminem a Karen, I was like, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Is that your best insult?
Yeah. Okay.
Like Machine Gun Kelly's best insult was, you used to be really good.
And now you're bad.
And now you're only kind of good. Like, that was what Machine Gun Kelly said. And now Game is like, you're a Karen. And
here's my thing about the game.
Why?
Here's my thing about the game.
He is. I was saying.
Okay, so one, I need this to be known. I think that the Game is the most talented rapper to go after Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
That has so far tried to go after Eminem. Between the Machine Gun Kellys, the Nick Cannons, the Nick Cannons 3 attempts, the Benzinos, the Ja Rules. I think the Game is the biggest lyrical monster that has attempted to go after Eminem. I also think the Game's previous diss tracks, G Not, 300 Bars, are fantastic diss records. So I know he knows how to diss. This one wasn't it, bro. This one wasn't it. This one was just straight booty butt cheeks. This 10-minute.
Do you think Eminem's just undissable?
Do I think he's invincible?
Undissable. Like,
undissable? No.
I don't know. I've never heard a good diss track on him.
I think Eminem's
which
undissable.
like is crazy to me.
I think that anybody can diss anybody.
Yeah, but like, do you think we can make good content out of it?
I think that there are.
Yeah, properly.
I think if you want to diss Eminem, okay, here's my issue with the Game's diss. One, we know what it's for. It's a clout chase. It's just a very inherent clout chase. And that's why I don't think this one works as much as the MGK diss track, because I can give you the reason why MGK and Eminem were dissing each other. I can give you the reason why Eminem and Benzino were dissing each other, why M and Ja Rule, with M and Mariah Carey, M and Nick Cannon. I could give you all the reasons why they diss those people. There's no reason why the Game is dissing M. There's none.
No.
Except for the fact
especially when you take the fact that he has interviews where he's like, you don't go after the white boy.
That's exactly what he said. 10 years ago, he's like, yo, even when I was dissing 50 and Dre, I knew better not to go after the white boy. And then they asked him, what if Eminem were to diss you? What would you do? He said, run.
Yeah.
He's like, run.
So this is all I saw. The best meme I saw, I was like, hey, I can't wait for the Game's pop rock album to come out.
Yeah, he'll probably switch up genres too. I mean,
he's gonna have to.
It's. I don't mind the fact that it's 10 minutes.
Allegedly, M is in studio with Kendrick, and they've put something together. It was supposed to drop this weekend, but I haven't heard anything about it.
M and Kendrick,
which I didn't think he would do. I honestly thought he would ignore Game.
He should. There's no. Here's the thing. It's
exactly,
if he responds,
he says it all the time. He's like, if I respond, all it does is help other people. It doesn't help me. I had to respond to Machine Gun Kelly because he would not shut up about my daughter. So I had to respond. I think he's only responding to Game because Game has had a career of going, I'm Dre's boy. I'm Dre's boy. Dre found me. Dre. And then Dre's like, M's my boy. I found M. M's my boy. Not him. You know? Like,
right. No. Okay, listen. I'm
I've never liked Game. I thought Game had like 2 good songs.
I think that the Game is honestly a good rapper. I think that to underestimate Game and his dissing ability, because I like Eminem and I don't want him to, there's a little bit of a stand with it. I think that Eminem should be in diss battles. I mean, I think that he shouldn't be excluded from being diss because he's M. If someone has a gripe with you, hip hop culture states diss him and put it on wax, right?
Yeah, but the problem is there's nothing you can say to Eminem.
There's also a little bit of that. There's a little bit of that. I want to see Eminem go back and forth with somebody because I just, as a fan,
it's entertaining.
It's entertaining as hell to see people try. But I agree with you. I don't want him to diss Game back. I don't think that diss really said anything. Honestly, I mean, he had one disrespectful bar in there when he talked about his mother.
Out of 10 minutes.
When he talks about his mother. That was a disrespectful bar.
That must have been after I turned it off.
Yeah, it was like around minute 8. It was around minute 8, minute 9.
I go, Karen. You said Karen in a rap.
Yeah, he really.
I'm done.
He really did.
I'm out.
I just don't know why. I just don't get why. I know why. It's a clout chase. And the sad thing is, his album didn't sell. He put a 30-track album out with everyone in the industry. He had to take NBA YoungBoy's track off because he couldn't pay NBA YoungBoy his fee. And then he puts a 10-minute diss track on Eminem to bump his sales. And he sells 19,000 copies his first week.
It's like sad.
Eminem sold 40,000 copies of a second greatest hits album the same week Game dropped his album.
Not only that, but let me figure out what the song was called. Is This Love? The new one that is on Curtain Call 2.
Yeah.
Is This Love with 50 Cent had more downloads than Game's entire album.
Game's entire album for an 09
Combined.
Song that he just released.
No.
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, Is This Love is it's a song from 09, but it has not been released before, so it's a new song.
That's what I'm saying. It was recorded back in 09. He just released it now.
But
it was a time capsule
piece. That song
piece.
alone had more downloads than Game's entire album. Yes.
Way to go. The clout chase seemed to pay off for you, buddy.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. Way to go. Also, have you heard his other new song that DJ Khaled just released?
Yeah, the Eminem.
Where he's hyping up Jesus?
Bro, yes. He's on the best friend. He's back on that best friend tip, where he's rapping about Jesus on this. So DJ Khaled just dropped an album this weekend, and there's a song called Use This Gospel Remix, Kanye West featuring Eminem. Dr. Dre finessed that beat.
Yeah, it's good.
I bet he did.
Dr. Dre did his damn thing on that. But no, what's so great about that? People are talking about that song. That song was recorded. Eminem recorded that 2 years ago. They said that he recorded that 2 years ago to put it on Kanye's album. It
wasn't ever released on Kanye's, was it?
It was never released on Kanye's.
No.
Okay.
So a lot of people are thinking that was Eminem responding to the game, but that was recorded before he was even thinking about it. It was still good though. I liked it for what it was. I thought it was a pretty good verse. That there was also really the Jay-Z song was on there. The Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z track is on there. That jump's pretty hard. That one's tough. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's the movie. That's the hip hop beef. Lilah, you like music. Who do you think could take out Eminem? Who could take out M?
The South Korean girl group Luna, obviously.
The K-pop group.
Yes.
Okay.
Luna, the K-pop girl group Luna, not BTS. I've seen that around.
Dude, okay. I need to talk about this.
I love BTS.
Okay,
BTS.
so TC Chandler came out, and I'm just going off a tangent here. TC Chandler came out, and they gave us our hottest dudes ranking list.
It was fake. It wasn't real.
Sure, it wasn't.
I have to defend him. People were really mean to him. I get it. He's not the cutest boy in the world. Don't be mean to him.
I'm not mean. I'm not going to be mean. But I wish I had the picture. Should I pull the picture up? Anyway.
It was a bad picture of him.
They put the #1 most handsome man in the world as the BTS dude, which I'm not trying to come at him at all, over Henry Cavill.
Who is Henry Cavill?
Oh, glad you asked.
You need to calm yourself. Over Henry Cavill, that's the one you go to when Ryan Reynolds exists in the world. You go to Henry Cavill
because Henry Cavill came at #2.
That's
erroneous.
Henry Cavill
Ryan
came
Reynolds
at #2.
Exists in this world.
I would well, y'all won't agree, but it would be like Timothy Chalamet for me.
Behind Ryan Reynolds, I get that.
Ryan Reynolds is attractive. That's a good looking guy. I'm cool enough to say that's an attractive man.
Well, every straight man loves Ryan Reynolds.
He's Ryan fucking Reynolds.
Yeah, he's a cool ass dude. But it's not the BTS guy.
It was him, another guy, a girl, and a pizza place.
No, because what is
Thank you to the 5 people that got that reference.
I got
you
you,
were proud
bro.
of that one.
That's a good movie.
You were proud of that one.
That's a good one.
No, that was fake. I promise that's fake. Man. I'm not like that's not me defending BTS, right? I don't even like BTS like that. That's fake because I follow TC Chandler every year. I have watched this video every year because I remember. Don't trust TC Chandler, okay? Because one year we were so hyped. Me and my friend, we make a party out of it, dude. We sit and we watch these lists and we judge very hard. But I won't get into that. One year, PewDiePie got number 1. So it's not like a real thing. Because, like, you know what? PewDiePie's not ugly. I'll say it. That's an attractive man. Is he number 1? No. But that one wasn't real because I would have known if that video dropped and I would have had things to say about it. So don't worry. Henry Cavill, sorry. But Ryan Reynolds will beat everyone.
Yeah, there we go. Facts.
Yeah, there we go. You're welcome. I was like, let me adjust this for you. Ryan Reynolds will.
I don't know why it's doing this, but
What?
it's being weird. But this dude,
Hey, leave Namjoon alone.
Nah, fam, not it.
Hey,
Not
leave
it.
RM alone. Leave RM alone.
I'm just saying, dog.
Leave RM alone. Look up. No, you won't.
Listen.
do it.
Cheers to toxicity,
But-
bro. I'm a toxic dude. Nah, dog. Not
I'm a
it.
hater. I'm a hater till the end. Don't worry.
Nah, dog,
I was gonna
not
say,
it.
I get it.
Man,
You should look up the rest of them.
y'all didn't notice. The audience don't notice, but Lilah here actually has a PhD, got herself a player hater degree. You know, she went to Hater University. She went to Hater U.
Hate.
She took classes.
Hate.
She took classes. She had to go up. She was on the higher levels, so she had to take an elevator all the way up to level 8 to her classroom. She loved wearing them alligator shoes to school. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. She loved those, and every day she carried with her a nice big gulp of Haterade, you know, to drink on. She got herself a PhD, man.
Before most, I am a hater. Like, I will just be very honest. I will keep it positive until I can't.
Hate. Remember that Dave Chappelle skit? Hate.
Yeah.
The player haters ball. Hey, man. So yeah, I guess you want to talk about the Batgirl funeral?
Oh my God, I want to go to this screening, or I guess I already had it. I'm so pissed off that people got to see it and I am not included in people. I'm so freaking mad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess if you guys aren't aware, if you guys haven't heard, WB Discovery canceled a small movie called Batgirl a few weeks ago. Not sure if you guys have heard about this. And they are so nice and so courteous that they have decided to offer to the cast and to crew, selected people, chances to view the Batgirl movie in what they're calling funeral screenings. And I guess they had those screenings last Wednesday. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how I would feel if I was called. I mean, I guess it would be cool to at least go see it.
Oh,
That's
dude,
fucked up.
I bet they had so much fun.
Yeah,
the cast
probably.
and crew just hanging out, watching the movie. There probably half of them were drinking, having a good time. I bet it was a riot, and I bet they had so much fun. And it's a good way that they got to sit there and, you know, say, hey, you know, we did something. Maybe it didn't get to work out, but we worked hard on it, and we got to enjoy it with each other.
Yeah.
God, I just wish I could have seen it. I want so bad to see that movie.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, I'll say this, and I'll be the only person probably to say this. As bad as it sucks that the movie's not going to be released, they got paid. They got paid to do a job. They got paid their money.
Yeah.
So they weren't all out. It's not like they never reaped anything. Like they fulfilled their contract and all. At least on WB's end, they paid them. And hey, you know, it just sucks for business purposes. But when you're hearing that they got like $56 billion of debt, and he has to clear $3 billion by next year,
the canceling of Batgirl makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I completely understand why they canceled it, and I honestly think it is a good move for the future.
Yeah.
Just as a selfish individual, I'm mad because I wanted to see the movie.
Yeah. Morbius still got released twice in theaters.
Facts. Morbius got to come out twice, and Batgirl doesn't get to come out at all.
It's fucked up.
You know what else sucks? They released like the first 3 episodes of the Inhumans TV show in theaters.
In IMAX
In
theaters.
IMAX.
I saw Inhumans in IMAX.
Yeah, I
But
would have
can't
gouged
see
my
Leslie
fucking
Grace
eyes out.
Play Batgirl.
I was about
I
to
can't
say.
see Brendan Fraser play Firefly. What the fuck?
Oh, dude, this is totally off topic. Brendan Fraser as the whale looks great. With that image,
The whale.
yeah, the image that they came out, he put on like 600 pounds. But he didn't add 600 pounds, but he weighs like close to 600 pounds.
They make him look like he weighs.
Yeah, they made him look like he weighs. I think he added a little bit of weight.
What is the whale? Can you explain to me what the whale is?
I don't know. I just saw the image and I'm like, I'm here for
it. The Whale is an upcoming movie about this English teacher who lives with obesity, and he attempts to reconnect with his teenage daughter.
Yeah.
Because I think he's dying. I'm not 100% on there.
Damn.
But something along those lines. It's going to be directed by Darren Aronofsky.
Oh, Aronofsky?
Brendan Fraser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. They got Darren
like
over
it
there.
looks incredible, and I cannot wait.
Anything
I
with
thought it was a superhero.
Brendan Fraser needs all the love and attention.
Yeah, and it's got the girl from fucking Stranger Things.
No one cares.
Really?
I want Brendan Fraser. That's all I care about.
Hey, you leave that little girl alone.
I'm not saying she's not fantastic.
What is her name? Not Millie Bobby Brown, but the other
Sadie?
girl.
That's cool.
Max. I think it is Max.
Sure.
Sadie Sink.
Yeah, that's her. Sadie Sink.
You know what? Wrong approach. You're right. I'm glad she got the opportunity. However, hey
Sadie Sink's
Brucey.
good.
Hey Bruce, my son.
Yeah, he been walking around behind you. It's like,
I know.
no.
He's been
He's a
scalping.
co-star.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Okay. Hey.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Wow. Ooh.
Okay. Thanks, bud. Oh shit! All right, man. Appreciate you. He's like, what am I?
Gave
doing?
you a bath, bro. You're clean now.
Yeah, dog. No, I'm just saying, anything Brendan is in, I'm watching.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
I'm supporting every damn thing he's doing, including Doom Patrol. I love that dude in Doom Patrol. Robot Man in Doom Patrol is a great character. I love what he does with it. Anyway, Batgirl screenings. Anything else on Batgirl screenings?
No.
Oh, isn't it crazy that we're like watching lost media be made? I thought that was like insane that we were like seeing in real time action like lost media be lost.
You just went super meta.
Yeah, no, well, I'm like, that's crazy because we'll never see that movie. But people will.
And that's what sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people
like no amount of Snyder release the Snyderverse hashtag is going to bring it back because they're putting it as a tax break.
Yeah.
So they can never, like by law, release it.
It's going to be like, it's going to be completely lost. That's the crazy part is that even if people went searching for it or tried to find it somehow, they probably can't do it. Like it's just going to be completely lost despite being fully finished. I think that's crazy.
Well, look, since we're talking about it, I mean, let's talk about some of the big news that happened this week over there with Warner Brothers. You know, we've been just talking about Warner Brothers every single week with all these cancellations and everything that's going on. The cancellations continue. We heard about like the not necessarily the cancellation, but like the moving of the animated Batman show is going to be shopped around, which I'm very much glad that they didn't cancel that because I'm a Bruce Timm fan, and I just want to see.
So confused.
Yeah, it is very confusing, but
like, how do you? Because they're like, we're not canceled. We're gonna shop it around. That's like if Disney was like, hey, we're doing What If, but we're gonna put it on Peacock. Why would you take your own property and send it to another streaming service? Like that's what confuses me about the situation.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that when they reviewed the books on HBO Max, the animation weren't getting the views that they was hoping to get. And it's probably costing
weird.
and it's probably costing them more money in residuals than anything.
But this is a new project.
I get
That's
you.
my problem. I understand why they took Looney Tunes and everything off because they don't want to go pay and those aren't going to be making it. But this is Batman. Go ahead, Lilah.
I don't like that they took Looney Tunes off. I
Oh,
don't
really?
like. Yeah, I love Looney Tunes. Also, well, because what you said, animation is always the first to go, even if it's doing incredible. Which I
Mhm.
bet people were eating Looney Tunes up. Me, people, but it's always the
Okay,
first to
so
go.
tell me something, because I haven't actually been watching Looney Tunes. I watched a little bit when it first came out. I know they took off a new Looney Tunes thing, right?
I
Or
believe
did they
so.
take off all like the originals?
Let me look that up. But I
What were
feel
you
like the
what were
new
you
one.
watching the originals on there?
I know they were
I,
canceling some like Looney Tunes movies that they had in development.
yeah,
I didn't
I
see
was
the
gonna
whole
My
say.
list.
buddy my buddy was like Space Jam the New Legacy was so bad they took the Looney Tunes off of HBO Max.
Damn, bruh.
Yeah, I
Oh,
won't defend. I won't
shut
defend the
it
new Space
down.
Jams. I don't. I was gonna say I won't defend the new Space Jams. Like that
I
was
would
good.
not. I didn't even watch the new one. I was like,
I was
no,
gonna say
Nah, I didn't watch
it
it.
wasn't good.
I was like, this is not for me. I'm not, and this
No.
is just gonna hurt me. So I'm
Yeah,
I
not
saw
watching.
the trailer and I was out instantly
Yeah.
when I saw how
yeah.
goofy that trailer was. It's like
I've seen
they,
enough clips of it.
ugh, you know,
They need to get it.
ugh. And then on top of it,
But we canceled Batgirl.
we
Fuck
canceled Batgirl. Oh, also
you.
speaking of which, and guys, if you can't tell how this show is going, this is all off the cuff. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, they moved Shazam and
Mhm.
Aquaman out of their release dates. Shazam, which was supposed to come out this Christmas, is now taking the Aquaman date of March 17th next year, and Aquaman is being pushed to Christmas
Mhm.
next
Oh,
year.
this
I
year?
mean, yeah,
Oh,
it sucks, but what it is Aquaman is not done with
In
the
post-production.
special effects. Special effects are
Okay.
dragging because there's a backlog of special effects right now in Hollywood.
Yep.
So
Long-standing
so
issue.
Aquaman
That's a
had to
long-standing
push,
issue.
and they decided to move Shazam because if they keep Shazam where they is, they can't have IMAX screens because Disney bought all the IMAX screens for Avatar. So they were just like, well, we might as well just push away from Avatar so we can get the IMAX
crazy.
and take over Aquaman's original date.
Yeah.
So everything makes sense, but I'm just like, bro, can I get a DC movie? Like, can I get one?
Black
can it
Adam's
just
coming,
come
bro.
out?
Black Adam, for all intents and purposes, is coming out.
Are you sure? Because I just saw a meeting. The Rock was in a corporate meeting, and who knows? Maybe that meeting was to push it because he was like, "Big things are coming," and every time he's like,
The
like,
DC
big things are
hierarchy is about
then
to
they
change.
and then they push DC. I got great news. We're pushing DC League of Super Pets. I'm like, that's not great news. We're waiting longer again. So I'm just waiting for The Rock to go. I got great news. We're pushing Black Adam. That's not great news, Rock. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Hold on. Anyway, Dan Lin. We got
the guy that's allegedly taken over.
the guy that's allegedly taken over. So yes, the biggest news I think that came out of, and I guess this is the positive. Finally, a positive. It looks like that they found their quote unquote Kevin Feige, which I don't like the name for this job. Because
so offensive.
trying to replicate what Kevin Feige
Fuck you.
did.
All I want to do is interview Kevin Feige one time. I just want to interview him one time because the one question I want to ask him is like, yo, how does it feel to be on the level of a Michael Jordan? Because that's what you are now. Your name is a position.
It's
Like-
a
That's
Moss.
crazy.
It's a Kobe.
Yeah.
Remember when
like,
Kobe with the Kobe?
Yeah, like you are now.
Yeah.
Like, how does it feel to be the Michael Jordan of film? Like,
You're the
that's what
standard.
he is now.
You're the standard. Yeah.
Yes.
And that
I'm
that
like,
must be
I want
crazy.
to ask. That's the only question I want to ask him. Like, I don't want to ask, what do you have planned? When's this coming? When the X-Men coming? I don't care. I just want to ask, yo, what's it feel like to have your name be a position now? A respected position.
It's pretty nuts. I mean, but the guy that they tapped, Dan Lin, he's been with them for a while, and he's pretty much an unknown. We haven't really heard of this guy, but he's had some history with Alan Horn. Which does Alan Horn need to explain to me why he picked him?
I mean, yeah, and this
You
is
know?
this is Alan Horn seems to be his main champion, so I've heard.
Yeah.
And if Alan Horn's champion your name, then you
I
got
mean,
it, bro.
Should I doubt the person who also picked Kevin Feige to
Nope.
lead
No,
the
definitely
MCU? Huh?
I said no, definitely not.
Right, so if Alan Horn, who picked Kevin Feige to run the MCU, and that same guy is saying this is the guy to run DC, well, can't say shit to him. His resume is a little bit more stacked than mine, right? So I'm on board to it. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to take some time out.
Okay.
And we know this, we know we're getting this guy. I wanted to look into seeing what has he done? Who is he a little bit? We're going to get to know Dan Lin, okay? We're going to take some time. We're going to get to learn who he is, okay? So this is information is brought to us from the greatest database of truly factual knowledge, the Wikipedia. So he's a Taiwanese-American film producer, right? And he produced, I guess he started Rideback Studios a while ago. But here's some of his things, okay? One, he graduated from Harvard Business School.
Okay.
I like that. Means he's probably smart. Okay? Means he's probably smart. He's been working for Warner Brothers since 99, I believe.
Well,
this motherfucker said he graduated from Harvard, so he probably smart.
I like that. I like that, bruh. I like that. But no, so some of his filmography, let's get into it. So, The Departed.
Okay.
He helped produce The Departed. Terminator Salvation. Not a good one. Not a great one. Not a great one. But he did do the 2 Sherlock Holmes movies.
Okay, those were good. Those were fun.
Those are pretty
solid.
solid.
I had a good time with those.
BC doesn't care about the Sherlock Holmes movies.
I'm waiting for you to go through the list because there's a certain one that you got to say. If you don't say it, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Gangster Squad.
So go ahead.
I'm excited.
Gangster
go through
Squad.
your list.
Gangster Squad.
I thought you said Suicide Squad.
No.
I was like, oh Lord.
No, the one I'm about to say next is actually the one that I'm most excited about, and that's the Lego and the Lego Batman movie.
Oh my God, he's a genius.
Boom. Boom.
Oh my God.
The fact that he helped produce the Lego Batman movie, which to me is one of the most slept on, underrated Batman movies of all time. That's up there. Lego Batman movie is a solid Batman movie.
It was the last good Lego movie.
You didn't like Ninjago, huh?
No.
Damn. That sucks.
And Lego Movie 2 was just not as good.
No.
Aladdin. His studio, Rideback, I believe, produced Aladdin, which pretty solid. The It movies.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
The first one was really good.
First one's really
I really
good.
like the second one too.
Second one's okay. It's all right. It ain't bad.
Yeah, nothing will compare.
Second one ain't bad. It's not a bad movie.
No.
Like Inhumans is bad, right? This ain't bad.
It's not Inhumans, that's for sure.
Not Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. I'm warming up to this guy. Did I not say the one you wanted me to say?
Nope.
Well,
I don't know how you just gleamed right over one of the most classic and underrated films of all fucking time. Like, I don't know. Like, it had like the greatest cast of Adam Scott, Ice Cube, Jamie Presley, Jay Hernandez.
I did skip over that one. I did skip over that one.
Ever.
I did skip over Torque.
Torque again? I swear on all things holy, I will come out there and whoop yo ass all the way across the country.
That's a lot, man.
All right, I will take you from state to state, just 1 rock bottom, 2 rock bottom, 3 rock bottoms, just from state to state until we've got all the way through, including Hawaii. All right? You put some respect on Torque.
I will. Okay, listen, now this is also from the Wikipedia, so this is obviously all factual, okay? Listen to what he is to be announced with him on here. And already I love this guy because I didn't think I wanted this shit. Aladdin 2, Inspector Gadget, Johnny Quest.
See, what makes me mad there is I have Johnny Quest on the list of things I want to do for Rewind
Recast?
Yeah.
Stealing your thunder.
I know, so I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to get that one out before some kind of announcements start coming.
Lilo and Stitch.
Live action.
Sherlock Holmes 3, which I know they've been talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
The Bodyguard.
It's interesting.
The Pink Panther.
Oh my god.
Bro, like the shit he wants to do. I'm like,
Well,
okay.
Why do you want to keep remaking? Stop remaking animation into live action. I don't think everything that's animated needs to be live action, especially Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch is the one that needs it.
No, it doesn't.
I would say Atlantis needs it more than Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, I would like that. That would be cool.
I would love Atlantis.
That would be cool.
That's the one I want.
I don't want to. I know Lilo and Stitch is going to be a CGI clusterfuck, and I'm not. I don't touch it, please.
What if they make it in the vein of like of Stitch looking like Detective Pikachu?
What if it's like intense? What if they like put an edgy twist on it? Like I get on the edge of my seat when y'all are like, I'm gonna remake this beautiful animated series.
I thought you was going to enjoy Lilo and Stitch. They're going to make Lilo a woman that can't be beaten by anybody.
She's actually going to beat Stitch's ass.
Look,
unstoppable.
All I want to see is who the thick hot girl they gonna put in for Nani? Okay,
shit.
Bro,
yo, if there's one thing Disney does right,
attractive animated characters ever made, and I want to see who's gonna play her. Cause
you know what?
God dang.
Valid point.
We need thick.
Valid
should be J-Lo.
Oh, thick. Yeah, thick.
Latino woman.
Yeah, that's true. A little off, but
yo, I'm sorry. Just
Latino woman. Layla Hawaii native.
Maybe call one of the. Maybe one of the
totally
rocks.
Down with Lilo, with a live action Lilo and Stitch.
I'm cool with Lilo.
There's too many live action adaptations in this for me to be like kind of excited.
Do you know why I do like?
It's like good though.
Do you know why I do like the fact that they're doing these, even though some of them are hits and some of them are misses? One, I never get tired of more things to watch, even if I don't like it. I'm just glad that it's available because what if it's good? What if it's good?
There are very few things that I will be like, no, you cannot remake that. Yeah. Like, there's very, very few.
Right. The Godfather.
Yeah, like
Scooby-Doo. I will die on that hill. That the live action Scooby-Doo should never be touched.
That's a good hill to die on. I mean, it's not a good hill to die on.
I mean, I love Matthew Lillard. I love Matthew Lillard, but we could do that again.
But I can't see another Back to the Future. I can't see another remaking Star Wars. I can't see remaking The Godfather. But there are, you can remake another property that's not The Godfather, but is in The Godfather's world. Right. I don't think would hurt. But I don't see it working.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Star Wars. I don't need another Luke Skywalker. I just don't.
No, you don't. I know you hate his guts.
Yeah. So, but if you want to remake I keep making all these. There has not been a live action Disney movie that I didn't like, with the exception of I didn't like Pete's Dragon, and I don't like the Maleficent movies.
I did not like Maleficent. I also didn't watch Cruella. I didn't watch Cruella.
I loved Cruella.
I didn't want to watch it.
It looked pretty good. I won't lie. Like I won't knock Cruella.
I'm not for it, man. I want my villains to stay villains. You know
but I won't.
I think she's still a villain in that show.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah, no,
I was told differently. I was told that they made her like an anti-hero.
I'd still bought her. I mean, yeah, she's kind of anti-hero, but I still buy her as the villain.
I don't want more anti-heroes. Sometimes I just want a douchebag.
A bad guy.
I just want a bad guy. Just a bad person.
I just want
to hate somebody.
Bad guy. Thanos. He was a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Nah, Thanos. No, first of all, Thanos is right.
Thanos was right.
Thanos was absolutely 1,000% fucking right. Okay.
Thanos had a point.
Yeah. Fuck Ant-Man. Ant-Man ruined the whole goddamn plan. Him and that mouse.
Oh, speaking of Ant-Man, and we didn't talk about this when we were doing the She-Hulk talk, but what about Mutant Watch 2020? Mutant Watch 2020 is on, bro, and we had our mention of Wolverine.
Yeah, you did. I don't think Lilah peeped it. There was a Wolverine Easter egg.
Mm-hmm. When she's looking at a computer, and there's a bunch of headlines that you can go click on. One of them says, "Man with metal claws fights in a bar."
And then right below that, there's a big ass fucking celestial in the water.
That's the one I love the most. It's like, what's the deal with the giant head sticking out of the ocean?
Yeah. Glad someone fucking mentioned it. Jesus Christ.
But I think the most important one was up top. It said, "Find Ant-Man."
Where's Ant-Man?
I just thought it was.
I was going to say, we do need to find him.
No, I just thought it was like a Where's Waldo kind of thing.
Well, no, because Ant-Man has been very, very crucial to everything. They have been mentioning Ant-Man and his podcast in a lot of the different shows.
His book.
And now there's Find Ant-Man. So I think it has something to do with Quantumania.
No, I definitely agree that it does. I think it does agree. I think it does pull in with Quantumania. But since we're kind of on that train, let's get to our main story now that we're at top of the hour. Yeah, it looks like we've been speculating about who's going to be the director for the Fantastic Four movie for quite some time. It's probably one of the biggest comic book fascinations right now. This is the topic. Who is going to direct and who is going to star in this movie? And we've been hearing for a while that Disney has been they wanted a big name. They wanted a big name. Steven Spielberg might be the director, which I didn't put too much into that one.
I wouldn't have liked that. Wouldn't have been top.
I mean, the guy made E.T. Can't go wrong. But who's going to be the director? Well, we heard a rumor a few days ago. It was from, I believe, Deadline or The Direct. I can't remember which one. They put out an article saying that they were kind of in talks with the director of WandaVision to helm the Fantastic Four. And we're like, oh, okay, that would, that kind of came out. Then a day later, it was confirmed that Star Trek, it looks like the same guy was going to be directing the next Star Trek movie. Well, on Friday, it was dropped that Star Trek 4 or Star Trek the next one or Star Trek Beyond lost its director, only leading further speculation that this guy is going to be helming the Fantastic Four movie. And I'm sorry, I lost his name here. Mark
Shockman.
Mark Shockman.
No, Matt Shockman?
Matt Shockman. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like that's going to be the guy. So, yeah. DC, you hear this news. How do we feel about the WandaVision director taking over the possibly being our director for Fantastic Four? Do you think this makes sense? Does the Star Trek saying that they're losing him as director only further confirm that this is what the announcement is going to be made at D23? I know sometimes we hear a lot of these rumors. Does this one have is this one holding a little bit more water?
I mean, if you throw in the fact that yes, he is just left Star Trek, it does seem like that. It's very interesting because he has one film credit, and that is a movie called Cut Bank that came out in 2014. I've never heard of it, but it stars John Malkovich, Billy Bob Thornton, and Liam Hemsworth. So, I mean, it's got some talent behind it, but I just never heard of it. And he's got a lot of TV credits. Ugly Betty, House, Always Sunny, Everybody Hates Chris, 6 Feet Under, Mad Men, One Tree Hill, Boston Legal, You're the Worst, Game of Thrones, The Boys, WandaVision, and along with an untitled Monsterverse series. Apparently he was gonna be running too. So, he's got some credits to his name. They're very interesting credits to see him take over Fantastic Four, but that's kind of been Marvel's MO. That's kind of what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it wasn't the name that I was thinking that they was going to be getting for this movie. So I'm still trying to figure out.
You were thinking you were going to get something that, I don't know, maybe it started with a J, ended with an on, and then maybe his last name was like something like a K.
Something like that,
Rinsky, like a Joe Rinsky or something like that. Or,
yeah, that guy.
Or, someone like
I
that.
thought it was going to be someone like him, but even if it was going to be Krasinski, Jim, Brad Bird.
Yeah.
You're right.
Brad Bird.
I was like, maybe Brad Bird or something like that. So I don't know how I feel, man. Because as great as WandaVision was received critically, it was
Mm.
it was just okay with me. You know what I mean? I thought that there were some. I wasn't all too
I
thrilled about
really,
WandaVision, so
I
yeah.
really liked WandaVision. I don't know if it was like visually like I well, he did Game of Thrones, right? Like he directed Game of Thrones.
He did. It just
Okay.
says Game of Thrones is on the list of stuff that's under his that he's worked on, and
Okay.
it
And
doesn't
The
say
Boys.
what he did for Game of Thrones.
Okay, that kind of puts me on edge. But like, cause like,
Oh wait, hold on. He has some nominations for it.
okay,
Directors. He has a director nomination for Game of Thrones: The Spoils of War. He has an Emmy nomination for the Great Pilot. So it looks like he directed some of these shows.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
all the nominations are for.
Okay, that gives me more hope because a lot of like TV doesn't really, as we've seen, doesn't really translate well to film. So
Yeah.
like he might not be equipped, but like I believe you could have put all of Game of Thrones to like 3 movies and it would have done fine in film. And then same for The Boys personally. Like I feel like if you put it all together and like chopped it up into 3 movies, it would have done fine.
yeah.
Was that a hot take?
Get out of here. We don't do that here.
Oh.
We don't take apart the boys like that. Okay.
Okay.
We leave the boys. Okay, you can come back now, but I had to put you into a quick timeout. What's the Black Panther meme? We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We leave the boys alone.
Sorry.
Okay.
I won't mention The Boys again. Actually.
Speaking of which, Jeffrey Dean Morgan season 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan season 4 for The Boys. I know we're supposed to give a little bit more for the Fantastic Four guy, but I got nothing for you. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, though, I get excited about. I love this man.
Me too. Oh my god.
I think this is
love
going to
Jeffrey
be
Dean
great.
Morgan.
BC, you look very disappointed that I changed over to Jeffrey.
No, I don't. I have
Gushing out
never
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
understood the fascination with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like, I think he's a great actor, but like I just don't. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan." I'm like, "Yeah, I loved him in Rampage." He's good.
He was Negan, and I got to make sure I say that word correctly because it's very triggering. Negan.
Yeah.
And then also he plays the brother's father in Supernatural. I like, and not to mention he's Thomas Wayne in the Snyderverse,
which is a terrible
Snyderverse.
He didn't even have any. I think he had one line.
Snyderverse.
He tore it up. He tore it up.
I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think I want to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan in more things.
Me too.
And that's why I think people get excited.
I just don't see him and immediately go, "Oh my god, he's one of the best." Like I'm just like, "Yeah, he's a dude. He's good."
Bro, he was the comedian in Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen was okay.
I liked his role in Watchmen. I thought he was very good. Imagine that kind of.
He was very serviceable. He was a good actor.
Right.
It's so just everyone gets so excited about Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I just don't understand why.
Okay, I can tell you why. Because you didn't watch the most intense episode of The Walking Dead ever, where he gave the performance of a lifetime. My whole perception of Jeffrey Dean Morgan changed after season 7, episode 1 of The Walking Dead. Performance of a lifetime. It was so good. He was a good Negan.
You mean when he killed Abraham and then when he killed Glenn?
Why would you bring it up? You know that's really triggering.
I just want to make sure, in case no one has watched it, that they know what he did in the show. He killed Glenn and he killed Abraham.
I just want to ruin things for people that haven't watched it.
Score.
He committed a horrible.
I mean, I honestly don't. I don't care because I have never watched The Walking Dead and I have no plans.
I will tell you something. If you want someone to bring a reaction out of people, I don't think that there's a single better moment to really use as an example than when Jeffrey Morgan shows up and does what he does. That single moment caused more reaction, I think, than a lot of people recognize because some people never watched Walking Dead again. Mm-hmm. They were like, that episode scarred people.
I gave up.
See,
after that season.
my problem with The Walking Dead is 90% of people I've ever met that watch The Walking Dead hate The Walking Dead, but they still watch it, and they watch it so they can keep complaining about it. Like they hate watching.
That's just called fans, bro.
I feel like that's the people you've surrounded yourself with.
Yeah, that's just toxic fandom.
Everyone I've seen, they just don't like The Walking Dead, but they keep watching it. I do not watch anything that if I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch.
It's like Eminem. Is people listen to Eminem just to hate on it?
Yeah,
why?
it's so good.
Why do you listen to something? Why do you watch something that you don't like just so you can complain about it? That makes no sense to me.
I want everyone to watch this, and I want everyone to hate it. Dislike and subscribe, motherfuckers. Dislike and subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah. I used to get so mad because I got this friend who hates Star Wars. He has never liked any Star Wars, but he keeps watching the new ones. And I go, "Why are you watching them?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "You don't like them." I specifically did not watch Harry Potter because I did not like it after I saw the first one. I'm like, this is dumb.
That's okay.
So I never watched it again until I had to because I was going to compete in the Schmodown. So I've now seen them all, and I still don't understand why people like them.
I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and rewatched them to see if I was an idiot, and then I just now look at the world like, why?
Yeah,
I think like Harry Potter is more for like it's definitely not just targeted towards younger girls, but like I feel like I don't know. I have never seen like really like grown strong men be like, I love Harry Potter.
No, I have. I've met some motherfuckers that they're just like, yo, straight up, Hufflepuff, bruh. Hufflepuff life.
I have too.
Son.
And I don't understand it because everyone has the exact same thing. When I go, those movies are awful. The dialogue is terrible. The plot line is a vague ripoff of Star Wars.
It is.
It's awful. And they go, and every single one.
I'm a Ravenclaw, cuz.
They say the exact same thing. Yo, man, you just don't get it because you didn't read the books.
Ravenclaw life.
No shit. I didn't read the books. I'm watching movies, bruh. I'm not reading. I'm watching movies.
Slytherin. We rep Thetas out here, cuz.
No, Harry Potter is like a weird, like if you dive too deep into Harry Potter, it can get really weird. Because like what you said about it being a Star Wars ripoff, I thought to dive in it. Whoa. I personally thought it was like a vague, weird
Star Wars
homage to that and the Holocaust. There's a lot of Nazism in Harry, like Nazism, but like
there's Nazism in Star Wars too.
For Death Eaters, yeah. I was gonna say, so actually, you know what? Maybe everything just has like some Nazism in it.
Well, that's how they made the whole Stormtrooper and Darth Vader's helmet. They're inspired by what the Nazi soldiers were wearing and everything. So there is that correlation. That's very astute observation there, Lilah.
Thank you. I always thought like the tattoo that they had to get as Death Eaters. I was like, that feels a little.
Yo, could you imagine though? Just be like, hey, bro, we got this whole squad. What we gonna call ourselves? The Death Eaters. All right, yo, let's go get matching tattoos real quick. We gotta go to the parlor, bro. Gotta go get inked up.
To the wizard parlor.
Yeah, man. Like, could you imagine?
No.
Never got it. That and Twilight. I never understood it. I've never watched Twilight. At least.
You should watch Twilight and try to like it.
I'm good.
You should try. You should try.
I will say I have always wanted to watch the last one.
The last one's bad. Watch Twilight.
Because I saw the trailers and Kristen Stewart looks so goddamn fine.
She's so beautiful.
Last ones, like she has those. She's wearing those contacts, and like there's a scene in the trailer where it's just like her face up, turning and staring at the camera, and I'm just like, "Yo, holla at me, what's up?"
She does the same face every scene, though.
Yeah.
If it's that face, then oh god, how you doing?
Hey girl, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, Bella?
Yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
Anyways,
I kind of got
Jeffrey
lost.
D. Morgan.
Jeffrey D.
Morgan. That's where that's how this all came about.
BC was like, I don't get the hype. And we were like,
I'm
you should
happy
watch
for him.
Episode.
If he can bring a character like
that's awesome. It's always good to add talent. He's a good actor. Go ahead, jump on the boys. Cool. You're still not announcing what I want for the boys. Yeah, I still want The Rock to play some kind of Hulk character.
Yeah.
I would love that. That'd be fun.
Remember how we was talking about there should be a Wolverine? I didn't know that's what Kimiko's character is supposed to be, the Wolverine type.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Kimiko's supposed to be the Wolverine type.
But like they have these. The Rock plays all these great badasses, right? But I want him to be a real villain. Yeah. And we're gonna get Black Adam, but he's not gonna be a real villain. He's still going to be a hero, an anti-hero, as you would put it. But I want The Rock to just play a character where he's just a real piece of shit. Yeah. All right? Because the best character The Rock has ever been is the corporate champion, The Rock.
I disagree. Scorpion King was his best performance.
Yes, it actually was.
That is facts. He was really
and
good.
In that Doom movie.
Don't hate on Doom, bro.
No, I like Doom. I like Doom.
Doom gave us our first ever first person
yes, it did.
Respawn in a movie. It was the greatest thing ever.
I was going to say that was cool. I thought that was a good video game adaptation. People will disagree with that. I thought it was good.
Yeah. It was okay.
It was one of the
young Carl Urban. Speaking of the boys, young Carl Urban was in there. Which I think that was my first time really seeing Carl Urban and remembering Carl Urban in a movie. I may have watched some earlier things.
My first remembrance of Carl Urban is, and he'll always be it to me, is Bones.
Bones. Oh, he was in Bones with Denzel.
No, not the show Bones. He plays Bones in Star Trek.
Oh, in Star Trek. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Bone Collector. I'm sorry. Was he in that?
Dr. McCoy.
I was thinking of the crime drama. So
yeah, the one with the dude who played Angel. Yeah, no, not that show.
I was like, what a weird reference.
Yeah, man. I just want to see. I just want to see Jeffrey Dean get some more stuff. And like I said, the comedian. If they do like a comedian type of a character in the boys, I can see that working.
Okay, that actually would be really good because it's an awesome callback. I'd be all on board for that.
Oh, like the comedian type thing.
Yeah, it would some kind of the comedian or something like some kind of
so good, bro. He crushed that. I
want to see him and Jensen Ackles back together.
You know they have to do that. They've been slowly bringing in everybody.
I hope so. They were really good together on Supernatural.
Even the president or whoever it is, isn't he from Supernatural too? The guy running for office, the president. He's another character from Supernatural. Because I think that there are at like 3 or 4 people from Supernatural he brought over.
Is it Bobby from Supernatural? Where is he?
Yeah, they brought that guy over. And I guess the last one would be Walker Texas Ranger. They got to get him over.
I don't really want him. He's made me upset.
He's made you upset?
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah, what do you do?
Jared Padalecki. He was really weird after Supernatural disbanded, like their boy group. After Supernatural dissolved, he got really kind of pompous. I think that's the word to put it. He got very
Didn't he announce the prequel show and didn't have didn't have Jensen Ackles a part of the prequel thing?
Yes, he was also really weird with Jensen afterwards, which that's their business, okay?
It is.
But don't air it out to me. I was gonna say, but don't be weird on camera and then put it out to me.
That'll be weird, hearing that JD and Turk from Scrubs hated each other in real life.
Yeah, no, that's what I was feeling. That's what it would take
all the fun out of it.
You know what's weird is when I would see Supernatural, I was like, what's the other one? Not Jensen. What's the other one's name?
Jared.
Jared. I was like, well, he's obviously going to be the star going forward. Once the show run is done, he'll make something else. I don't think Jensen would be anywhere. And now I look at it, and I go, oh, I was way wrong. Jensen Ackles is a fucking superstar, and Jared is the most disrespectful human being on the planet.
Yes.
Jensen's been in the industry for a minute, bro.
I cannot believe that anyone involved with Walker Texas with this new Walker show. They make me so mad. That's so disrespectful to Chuck Norris. What are you doing? How do you make Chuck Norris's character look like a little bitch?
Facts.
What is wrong with you?
Because
his
they're setting up for the woman to come in, and then the woman will be the Walker Texas Ranger. She'll do it better than him.
Cool. You should have just done a female Walker Texas Ranger.
Go.
She would have been better than he is.
That's facts. She's a woman. She'll be better.
She will.
That's what I learned from She-Hulk. I am better than.
She'll be. Anyone would be better than Jared Padalecki. Like, I'll just say it. If I saw Jared Padalecki at a bar, he would probably beat my ass because he also has like a charge for beating people up at bars. Which that's his business.
So does Anthony Starr.
I'm pretty sure like that happened.
Remember Anthony Starr got into that shit before season 3 dropped? They like pulled him out of a bar because he was like messing with somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, he's method acting." I'm like, I'm here for it. All right, what else do we got to talk about? Let me see. Anything else?
What else is there?
I do want to mention something.
Will Smith came back on social media. He dropped some stuff.
Oh yeah, what do you do?
He's just making videos again. Like he dropped he dropped one video where he was like he's kind of scared to come back to social media, but then he actually started making 2 videos over the course of the week, which I thought was cool. Like he's been in purgatory long enough. Like come back outside. You can come back outside because you're gonna drive yourself insane.
I think we should all forgive Will Smith. Don't worry, he's gonna get his comeuppance when the new Chris Rock special comes out.
Yeah,
you know, like.
And remember, he's not Ezra Miller, the real villain.
Yeah, he's not out there. Yo, he hit Chris Rock. All right, that's wrong. Don't give me. You shouldn't hit that little man. But
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm over it.
You know,
it was a thing. It got too big. That was my issue. Is everyone wanted to? It went from being, yo, this dude slapped another dude. That's hilarious. To all right, this is uncomfortable because y'all are all angry at him.
I really honestly hope that he does appeal the Oscar ban and they reduce it down to 5 years. I still think 10 years is still a little bit too long with that.
Yeah.
But what's weird is he can still win awards. He just can't show up.
It'll be like
okay, cool, whatever. You know.
Yeah. That's probably that's like the only other thing that I saw this week.
I saw that they canceled the Amazing Gumball movie within their wide array of cancellations, and I just want to say that's really fucked up.
The Amazing what?
Gumball. The Amazing Gumball.
I think it's some more Gen Z stuff.
It's an incredible cartoon.
Sounds like some Gen Z.
It's an incredible cartoon. Like,
is it based off of a comic book character? Is DC involved?
No, but it's part of its own universe. It's part of the Cartoon Network universe.
Cares, girl.
You know,
you don't care about Cartoon Network?
I love old school Cartoon Network.
I do.
Dude, Cartoon was one of the greatest things ever. Like Johnny Bravo.
Powerpuff
Girls.
Johnny Bravo.
You know, though Dexter's Laboratory. When those came out,
Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah, I have in my rewind recast. I'm gonna do a Space Ghost movie.
Oh, bro, Space Ghost. You know, actually,
I can't tell you how many times I watched Space Ghost coast to coast. Like that was one of the greatest shows ever.
Dude, I was actually talking with a buddy of mine at work the other day, and he's like Lilah, one of these Gen Zers out here. And he was talking about how he used to watch Toonami, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I grew up on Toonami. Back in the day, I was like, yo, you had like Short Fat Tom, and it was Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Gundam, to Dragon Ball Z. I remember that lineup." And he was like,
"Man, I remember Toonami. I did not know it was all anime."
Yeah,
all anime lineup.
It was all anime. That's why. Yeah, dog. And he didn't remember the host of Toonami, the host guy. He didn't know that the host had different variations. I was like, yeah, bro, they had a whole storyline. They had a whole movie about him. He had 4 transformations. So we watched in the dealership. We just started watching all the transformations. It was a cool little memory unlock kind of thing. I was like, oh, yeah. He was like, I remember when Tom was short. I was like, no, he was short and fat. Anyway, sorry. Nerd thing. That was the 90s, bro. The 90s were dope. Fucking Toonami.
I really miss those times.
They brought Toonami back on Adult Swim. I remember that.
They did. I was gonna say they did bring it back on Adult Swim.
He was like, Toonami's back, bitches. And I was like, let's go.
The current lineup for Cartoon Network is like looking really grim. I won't lie.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, I mean, I remember one time I turned on Cartoon Network and there was like live action something on, and I'm like, why is this on?
Oh, I can go in depth in the Cartoon Network lore and history. They had a live action because everyone was doing like that was when Victorious and iCarly came along, so they were like, we're gonna hop on it, and it didn't work out because it was Cartoon Network and you're supposed to put on cartoons.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what I need. And then I kind of switched over from Cartoon Network to Boomerang.
Yeah, that was me too, because I wanted to watch Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I wanted to watch like old Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah,
like the Flintstones, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Yo, that was the old school shit, man. The old time.
Like also like I loved so that new animated Scooby Doo movie, Scoob, that came out. While I absolutely hated what's his name being Shaggy, did not work at all.
Who was Shaggy?
Not Matthew Lillard.
Not Matthew Lillard. It was Will
from Boy Meets World?
What? No. It was a newer Will Forte.
Will Forte. Oh.
Yeah, Will Forte was every time he spoke, it took you out of it. You're like, ooh, you're not Shaggy. Stop.
Yeah, I thought you meant like Will Friedle from Boy Meets World, because I know he's a really good voice actor. He does a lot of characters.
No, but I do want to talk about him.
They didn't hire good voice actors for that movie.
No, I thought everyone aside from Will Forte did a great job.
Mm.
I really enjoyed everyone else, like bringing in Dino Mutt and the Falcon. They had, who was it? I think it was Mark Wahlberg Mark Wahlberg was Blue Falcon.
Okay,
which is good.
And then they had Captain Caveman in there, and they had.
I don't know why now I want to see a Captain Falcon movie, bro.
Dude, yeah. Captain Falcon. I want Captain, but I want Blue Falcon. I want Birdman, Captain Caveman. I want a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe, but Scooby-Doo does not need to be in that.
Oh, shit, bro. I almost forgot. I'm sorry. We need to talk about this.
Multiverses?
No, not that.
Oh, damn it.
Fucking Harry Styles. Being called the damn king of pop.
Oh, you did want to talk about that. That's
Yo. Rolling Stones, I guess, had an article. They said Harry Styles is the new king of pop. Bruh.
Yo, hold on. Let me tell you how this conversation went. He tells me Harry Styles the king of pop, and I go, the actor? Why? He's like, well, yeah, they're calling him the king of pop. I'm like, why? He's like, oh, they're saying he's as good. I was like, at what? He's like, his music. I go, he does music?
That's fucking insane. That's actually insane that you say that, because
and then Lando goes, yeah, he was in One Direction. I was like, wow. Oh, he was?
Yes, he was the face of One Direction, VC. He was the face. And
I just thought he was the pretty dude playing Thanos' brother in Marvel. Like,
he's also that guy.
Like when he starts going into acting, I'm like, oh Lord, because I was like, oh, I know he's not going to be that great, because he's a singer. Like, he's a get on stage.
Watermelon sugar. Hi. Watermelon sugar.
See, that's what he did. He brought up Watermelon Sugar. I go, oh, I like that song. It was on TikTok.
It's a really good song. It was a really good album.
Listen, I got beef. I got beef, bro. Listen, and I know this isn't Harry Styles' fault, and I know it's not. He didn't write the article for Rolling Stones, but listen, yo, stop it. Let's fucking stop it. There's one king of pop. His name is Michael Jackson. Stop it. There's no point. And what pisses me off about it is that we don't hear no one trying to take, like, and they've done this a few times with Michael Jackson's king of pop thing. They tried it like a decade ago with Justin Timberlake, trying to make him the king of pop. Then they wanted to do it and I was telling him, Bruno, they tried to make him the king of pop at some point. Yo, leave Michael Jackson's fucking title alone.
Look,
they can be the Duke of pop.
I would give you the argument of putting Justin Timberlake in that category. I would give you that, because Justin Timberlake has been doing it for so damn long and has so many hits and is one of those guys that now he's just on top of it. I get that argument, but Michael is the king of pop. Stop taking other people's name. Elvis is the king. Michael's the king of pop. Aretha's the queen. Snoop Dogg is the dog father. Like, calm down.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Stop trying to take these titles.
Yeah, stop taking monikers from other people and giving them to new people. Just like the Patriots are America's new team. No, the Cowboys are America's team. That's always going to be the thing, you know? Like,
and I hate the Cowboys, but I admit that you're right.
Exactly. I completely understand that. Don't take what somebody else already has as their name and try to make somebody else new be them. That's not come up with new material.
Come up with new shit. And that's my whole point. You've never heard anyone try to say, oh, it's the new king of rock and roll. Y'all left that shit totally untouched. But every single time.
Well, because rock like died.
I'm sorry?
I said rock like died as a popular genre. Like, no one cares about rock in the mainstream media. Which, like, it's sad.
Sure.
Like,
that is true.
That is also a true statement, but still, no one is trying to replace the king being Elvis, right?
Yeah.
Even though I don't associate him with being in my personal household, we don't consider Elvis the king of rock and roll. It's not this, this black music. But it's stop trying to take that shit from Michael. Like I said, if he wants to be the Duke of pop or the really good guy, the moment for pop, or that guy, he could be that guy.
I don't even think he's pop.
From now on, he's Thanos' brother.
He's literally not even like pop. He's like indie. He's never been like a pop.
The Thanos brother of pop.
The Thanos brother of pop.
Yeah,
he's never pulled a Michael on stage.
The brother Titan of pop. There you go.
Listen,
Pop Titan.
He ain't dropped Thriller.
The Titan of pop. The Titan of pop.
He can be the Titan of pop.
There you go.
He can be the Titan of pop. Buddy. I'm cool with that. But listen, he ain't make no damn Thriller.
No.
He ain't make no Beat It. Weird Al ain't copying his songs.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? For a really long time, I was like, oh, Michael Jackson was a horrible human being. I'm going to stop listening to his music.
Okay, well, I can
and
never
then it comes on, and I'm just like,
no, me too. I was like, the beat go on.
I can't help it. Like, you gotta jam to Michael. Like, I still listen to Chris Brown. Like, I can't help it. Sorry, I'm gonna listen.
Ew.
I can separate the art from the artist. Listen, I still listen to Michael Jackson. I still listen to Shia LaBeouf's rap when he was on Sway.
Yo, let's talk about old Shia.
That's why I brought him up. And I still listen to R. Kelly. Now, listen, Shia LaBeouf. Bruh, he was in the news this week. Let's talk about it. What you got?
What's interesting is the comeback. Like, I didn't think anything about it. I'm like, yeah, like they separated. But then for him to come out and go, I was not fired. I left. They wanted me to come back.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh.
So Lilah, just to give you some backstory here.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you know.
I know this one. I know.
Well, let's give the listeners the backstory.
So yes, so a little bit of backstory here. Olivia Wilde is directing a movie called "Don't Worry, Darling." I believe that is the title. "Don't Worry, Darling." And Shia LaBeouf and Florence Pugh originally casted as the leads for this movie. And I guess when they were shooting, it was announced that Shia LaBeouf had to leave the project, and they said for scheduling purposes, if I'm not mistaken, they said scheduling reasons he cannot be a part of this movie anymore. Well, Olivia Wilde and I believe Harry Styles, the Titan of pop, is her boyfriend, I believe.
He is.
Oh, is
he?
Yes.
She then put Harry Styles as the replacement for Shia LaBeouf's character, so Harry Styles is now going to be in this movie. Now,
were they dating at the time?
Not certain.
But I feel like they were. They've been dating for a while.
Yeah, the Titan of pop. Because fuck that king
Titan
shit.
Of pop, the Titan of pop is the most annoying woman on earth.
That is wow.
And so and I'm not certain how this all came about, but anyway, Olivia Wilde last week was saying some shit like, "Yo, I guess I'll let the air out now. I had to fire Shia LaBeouf from the movie because I had to protect my actors." And she was saying that she had to protect Florence Pugh, and it's easy to paint Shia as the villain here because Shia does have a sketchy past, right? He has a past. He has some baggage, right? I still think Shia LaBeouf is a super talented person. Out of the Disney Channel group that they were building, I think Shia had the most amount of talent coming out of that pool. But she says that she had to fire Shia, and Shia came back with the receipts. He came back with text messages, with emails, and also video messages from Olivia Wilde to him. Shia says that he actually quit the project because of some disagreements between him and Florence. He was never fired.
Okay. So
am I messed up?
They started dating when they met on set.
Okay.
Don't Worry, Darling.
So
that makes that a little better for me. I was about to really.
Okay.
All right, go on.
Thank you for that's important context. So I thank you for bringing that up. So
that's good.
Yeah, so Shia came back with the receipts. Supposedly he quit the film, and Olivia Wilde, was trying to be a director to try to bring everyone back together, and she was continually reaching out to Shia to the point where she left Shia a video message 2 days after he supposedly quit, saying, "Please come back to the movie." In essence, listen, this is going to be a lesson to be for Florence to learn. Come back to the movie. Pretty much the entire, all the optics that it looked like Shia was this villain put on his head. Now Olivia Wilde looking crazy out here. Like, so honestly,
why do you say that? Like,
exactly.
Why? Like, what does that add to the? It doesn't help your box office.
Yo, this ain't friendship. Like, this ain't friendship. That's fucked up. You don't do that.
It was like.
But that's my point. Even there's no point.
Exactly. You're just painting Shia in more of a bad light. And like I said, it's easy to do that with them.
I was going to say, it's easy to do that with Shia because Shia isn't the best person, which I get that. But I feel like Olivia used this opportunity because obviously I'm not a fan of Olivia Wilde. I don't like her movies. I don't like her as an actress, and I don't really like her as a person, but whatever. She used this opportunity to basically get a step up, being like, I stand for women. Like, I wouldn't let my lead actress be uncomfortable with this abuser that I already hired. So, and then in the video, she is kind of rude about Florence Pugh. She's like,
she's like, Miss Flo has a lesson to learn.
Yeah, and that's what's even more interesting to me, because I don't know if you know this about me, but I am in love with Florence Pugh.
I know, because you went off on her in the last rewind recast. You were like, I love Florence Pugh. And I was like,
she is the best. I could watch a 7-hour movie of her and Kate Bishop. What's the girl who plays Kate Bishop?
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Yeah. I could watch a 7-hour movie of them sitting at a table having a conversation with each other.
No, that was great.
Because they have the most beautiful voices that just talk to each other, and their senses of humor are so perfect. So I started getting, I was like, hold on, why are you painting my girl Florence in a light like this? But that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. It looks like Shia's like, you look, dude, I'm a dick, but I didn't do this. This was me.
Exactly. He's like, I'll own my shit.
He was like, and scheduling is not other scheduling. Like, he wasn't scheduled for something else. No. He was trying to rehearse scenes. He wanted to go over, and she was like, well, that's not how we really do it. How I'm understanding.
Dude, it's starting to be frustrating. It really is starting to be frustrating. And I want everyone to be just treated equally. But it does feel like, in the way that Olivia Wilde is painting this sounds, and I'm not trying to use the Amber Heard thing, but it's kind of this bad man over there. As long as I say I'm protecting womanhood, I'm going to get away with it because that man is a man, and fuck that man. And that's a lot of how this sounds. About how she tried to flip this and how she tried to turn this on his head, the same way that Amber Heard tried to do it with Johnny, and we saw how that shit fucking worked out. Like, and it's starting to be this constant narrative that's just not incorrect. It's just like, okay, if Shia actually did it, then let's, as a collective, we'll handle that as the public eye, but don't distort the public opinion and the public eye to raise you and other people and make up a story because you think it's going to sound good as long as you say you're protecting womanhood. That
See, and again, that's the issue. Like all you had to do was say, "Hey, yeah, scheduling." When they asked about it, yeah, scheduling didn't work, so he had, we separated.
we didn't even need to
That's
hear
all you had
about
to say.
any of this shit.
Yeah.
We didn't have to hear about any of this. She gave it up just for it to be thrown back in her face, and it makes you look crazy, Olivia.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it makes the whole optics look fucking nuts.
It's like, I want to believe that maybe we don't have the full thing, but like at the same time, there's a video. Like there is a video, and it's like the full thing. Like we have the full thing. We have the full story. Because I'm always gonna try and believe women. I'm gonna do that. But sometimes, I can't do that because you're lying, and I think you lied. Like I'll always be on the side.
I believe all evidence.
It's like the Bill Burr joke. He's like believe all women. Believe
I will.
Most women, but the crazy ones. It's like crazy dudes. We don't need to believe that.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, I will back you. Sister, I will back you until I like literally cannot back you because you're literally lying. Like you just got caught lying on camera. Like I can't.
And that's the whole point.
And
that's a frustrating thing because yes, I believe that we want to believe whoever is a victim. If I don't believe in victim blaming. I believe in supporting the victim. Things of that nature. If you need your voice to be heard, I will support you and I want to hear what you have to say. But when you make these false pretenses surrounding a very public thing to paint a story and you're using a feminist platform, I don't like that. I'm using the feminist platform as the background and foundation for my argument. When you're lying about it.
Sorry, my bad. Olivia Wilde just like ignites something in me because she's never been for women. She's always been tearing down women. Like that's been her entire bit for so long is that she's torn down women. She's torn down women in her book. She's torn down women publicly. And now she's doing it again with Florence Pugh, but she was doing it privately. She wanted to flip the narrative of who she was as a person. And like for a while it did work. I personally have never enjoyed an Olivia Wilde movie, but there are women out there that did and found empowerment in them. Go hard.
That's interesting because everyone loves Booksmart, and I thought I was the only person that didn't like it because I love the performances. I think everyone in it was good, but I didn't like it as a movie.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say those actresses were really talented. It was not a good movie, but because like they were carrying it, and like your actors shouldn't really carry your movie. They should definitely help lift a lot, but they should not be carrying the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's what was interesting. Like, I'm the only person on the planet that likes cowboys and aliens.
I like Cowboys and Aliens.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, period. Wow, look at that.
She was not good in it. Like, she was the only part. I'm like, I don't care about her character.
Well, she's not a good actress. She's not a good actress. She's never. That's why she went into directing because she's not a good actress. Like that's like with Peace and Love, but like.
You know what? I didn't really. When it comes to Olivia Wilde, I'm just like, okay, I'm never on the Olivia Wilde train. But when she does stuff like this, I just don't like bad people.
Yeah.
I just don't like bad people. And when this kind of comes out, it puts you into a light where you can be painted as a bad person. Just, it's just, and you know what? I did see John Bernthal has a podcast out. I'm not sure if you noticed it.
He does. Yeah.
It's called Real Ones.
I just found that out the other day. And is that where they were where he was talking to Shia LaBeouf?
He was talking to Shia LaBeouf for a little bit because Shia LaBeouf has, it looks like successfully gone through AA. It looks like he's successfully gone through AA. Yeah. He has converted to Catholicism. Like, he's making steps and changes. And John was, and I like John Bernthal. I like how he's a motherfucker that gets to the point, right? Mm-hmm. And so they talk about it a lot. And Shia, he looks good. I'll say that he looks good. He looks like he's finally at peace, and he's not, Shia was going down a very similar path. We were afraid that Ezra Miller is currently doing it, right? There was a moment where it seemed like that was going down that way, but it looks like he's found his way back. And it was a very good episode. I do recommend, if you haven't checked it out, please go check out that John Bernthal podcast thing.
I mean that look, okay, I am super happy for Shia LaBeouf. That's awesome. However, I'm also very disappointed because what was it during COVID that they were doing like readings of? and they'd have a bunch of celebrities. They were like doing a reading of a script or something, and they're all in their houses. It's all nice and shit. And then Shia's like in a car in a drive-through, high as a motherfucker. just yeah, bro, what up, huh?
Like,
that you mean when they were doing like they had like the community table read where they did an episode of Community, and I think they did one for like did they do it for Even Stevens or something?
Something like that. I don't know, but he's just super high. Like you can just tell he is on the moon.
Yeah, this must have been before he went to rehab, because he talks about it. He was like, bruh, if people came to me like, yo, let's go to this really frou-frou ass fucking AA thing, I was out of there. He was like, I wasn't in for that. And he was like, he had to meet someone real that was like, if you don't change your life, you're literally gonna fucking die starting tomorrow. Like, he met a real dude to interject into his life, and he talks about that a lot. It was a very good podcast. I was enjoying listening to it because I like Shia. I think Shia is super talented, and I'd never like to see these guys go through these really problematic things in their life. I always like people to get redeemed and to come back, just like Robert Downey Jr. He's the prime example.
Yeah.
Someone coming back.
They were doing a table read for Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, is that what it was?
He's just in a car. It's so funny.
Well, COVID was a wild time. I don't blame anybody for how they acted during COVID.
Exactly.
But
COVID I honestly hope that what this actually does is lead to his return to the Transformers franchise. Because
Sam Witwicky.
Bro, Sam Witwicky is one of my favorite characters ever created. Like, he is so entertaining.
Who was my favorite character from the Transformers series?
Dude, I love in the second one where he's fighting with Megan Fox. He's like, it tastes like Diesel when she kissed me. That's what it was. I'm not talking to you for 10 seconds, Ed. And then she's just yelling, and he's just.
Yeah, that was funny. They're good. my favorite character from the Transform. My favorite character was Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B, baby. That's my meme. Hey, meme.
Hey, don't be like that.
Hey, baby.
I'd bust your ass with a rock out she dead.
Hey, rest in peace to Bernie Mac, man. God damn. Oh man, are we done? Is that it?
Man, I don't know. We went for a minute. I don't even know how long
I was going to say we went really off track because first we were like Harry Styles, King of Pop, Duke of Pop, and then we were like fuck Olivia Wilde. But what about the Transformers movies?
This is how I want to do these, man. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. Me and BC, we're normally doing like the editorial side, like on our next topic. We're just going to come here on the Lando Project and just shoot the shit with you guys. That's really what we want to do. We just want to shoot the shit, and the stories will obviously pour out. We talked about all of last week without even trying.
Yeah.
We did.
So that's it, guys. So, guys, once again, this is the Lando Project. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Anchor. We have the podcast over there on Anchor. Hit that like button over there as well. We would implore you guys to go check us out on the podcast if you want an audio version only. And with that being said, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. It's a pleasure hanging out with my cohorts, Miss Lilah and BC. Where can they find you at, Lilah?
You can find me at Lilability with 2 Y's on Instagram and TikTok. I almost said Twitter. My Twitter is different. You can find me at Lilac Lilas on Twitter.
Awesome. And please, if you guys have any editing needs at all, please contact Lilah. She is available for hire.
I'm a full-time editor now, so you can definitely hire me.
Boom.
No
Nice.
Boom. And with that being said, also we got B to the C.
Y'all can find me on all the social medias at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. My TikToks are hilarious. I'm not going to lie to you. It's fire. Like, it's just, my TikTok is fire, bro. Also, don't forget to go check out Rewind Recast. This week we did Third Rock from the Sun, and I had so much fun with it.
Nah, man, for sure. I'm loving the Rewind Recast, man. Please keep them up. And also, I got the Super Dragon Ball Super Review, superhero review. That's up as well. I saw that last week, and I believe the next one I'm going to be dropping is going to be Samaritan.